Night, Arlene. Hey, hello, and welcome to Bima's Crafty Corner. I am Bima, better known as Els. This is my corner, and we're just playing with a simple folio. No big deal. We just kind of slapped something together yesterday. We're gonna see what how it works out. uh, so yesterday we cut it and we did all our pieces and parts and uh, backed everything, and we still have some stuff left here, that we can use to make pockets and things, and that's what we're going to do today. Because a folio is not a folio if it's not full of pockets, you know what I mean? All right. So, get some stuff out of the way here. This is our paper. I think it's called Garden Notes. I don't remember. Wall. Yes, this is called Garden Notes. I do not know who it's from, but it is pretty. It's really pretty. All right. So this is where we are at. So far we have a pocket. We're going to make a little mini booklet for that and figure out what we're going to do for the rest of this as far as pockets and things. So I'm thinking we might put a little pocket down here. So let's do that. So how's everybody? What are we doing? What do we got going on? I'm going to take this short end off. So we'll use the short end. I was scrolling reels this morning. I know I get lost in them, and so let's see. It's going to go up against that, so we want something pretty. Okay, let's do this. Scissors. And perfect. Inking. So I got up this morning and did my normal morning thing. I get up in the morning and take care of all the stuff that I need to in the bedroom before I come out. And then I come out and I do the same thing every morning. I let the dogs out. They don't have to go potty. I just let them out. Why? Because if I don't, they bug me to go out. So I let them out. And I wasn't really paying too much attention when I let them out. But I opened the door and Ozzy ran out. And Ginger went out, turned around, and came right back in. And then I heard it. I live in a place in Vegas where, right across the major street from me, is a community built around some man-made canals. And I didn't even check to see, does that? Yes, okay. And they have ducks and geese and waterfowl and You have all kinds of birds over there. And so every now and then, they fly overhead. And for whatever reason, this morning some of them landed in my backyard. There were like 3 or 4 of them out there. And Ginger, who loves to chase pigeons, went out the door and realized there were giant pigeons in the yard. And so she came scampering back in the house. Ozzy, he just kind of meandered his way across the backyard, going, whatever. I think going around the corners on this. And yeah. Harry sat inside looking very smug at Ginger, like, I tried to tell you, big pigeons. Well, in all the chaos, the birds then got up and started to fly to the house behind me, and then changed directions and went over the top of my house. And Ginger, who barks at everything in the backyard, didn't know what to do with herself. She had no idea. Like, she didn't know if she was supposed to bark or what. What did we do with that? Oh, we put it on the back. Okay. So we have to figure out the front. And I'm kind of digging this for it. So let's cut this down and see where we go. Trim it out. Get rid of the white. And then, measure 16 times so we could try and get it on there. So now I'm waiting to see if Buggy shows up today. He hasn't been here in 3 weeks. I'm starting to feel unloved. Okay, I'm thinking that piece. So let's measure this. So this is 5 1/4. So let's cut this at 5. Making sure that we have it going in the right direction. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move this up about like that, and then we'll just get it straight. And we'll trace it and then we'll trim it. I know this has not worked out in the past, but we're trying to make it work today. What did I do with my pencil? Can you see the pencil? Here it is. It is in the basket. The basket is eaten it. Hello, Christine. All right. There. All right, so we're going to try and cut this to make this happen. There. And then here. I have no idea if this is going to work. We're trying. I know, I'm very trying. But hopefully it will work on this end, and then we can just back some off the other end. I don't know how some people do this. Some people just lay it on there and they go, boop, it's done. And I'm like, how the hell did you do that? Talk to me, Eunice. Okay, close enough for hand grenades and horseshoes. We're going to ink. So yesterday, I put up my collaboration video. It comes out on the 23rd, but I got it posted in, and there are some issues, but So I put in a link that you can copy and paste because the link that's in it isn't really a link. It's just typed in there. So I put in one that you can actually, copy and paste. Okay, that doesn't make any sense because it was open. There was nothing there. Close enough for hand grenades and horseshoes. All right, we do have to cut something for over here. We have mushrooms. Let's trim this and see where, where it lies. Okay. Alrighty. Put it away. Throw that on the floor. It seems to make perfect sense, right? And that there. Turn over. Trace. Trace. Okay, trim this out. It's not very round right there. Let me round that out. There we go. Okay. Now that one's rounder. That's okay. We'll round this one out too. Somewhere in here, I'll get this straight. There we go. This piece, turn it over. This goes here. It's not too bad. Let's ink it. Hey, lurkers. Welcome in. Good morning. Okay, it's morning for me. It's noon for most of the country. I did have a good surprise this morning. My blood sugar was at 129, and I really thought it was going to be higher than that because last night I lost my crap, and I ate like 4 pieces of Australian licorice. I love this stuff. And normally I can just eat like 1 piece and I can go, okay, you're done, fatso. But last night, no, we were playing the game, and we are in a land called Wallaroo, which is basically Australia. And I was like, I have Australian licorice. It's weird how these things happen when you're a fat girl, And I was like, I have Australian licorice. I must have some. And so, yeah, I ate like 4 or 5 pieces last night. Big old fatty. And let's see. I'm going to do I don't know, like a slot pocket over here too. Okay, where's the piece we already cut? I don't know. There it is. Okay. So let's do. I don't know. Yeah, we're doing it. Okay. Here we go. So let's just. About 2.5. Let's take some of that off. Just like that. Let's see. That'll work. What are we going to put on it? No idea. No idea. No, too bright, too cheery. Let's see. This will work. See, never get rid of your screw ups. I'm going to take some off there because I want to preserve as much of the bee as possible. I like bees. I'm allergic to them, but I like them. Damn pencil again. Right. There. 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 All right, let's cut that off. There. Okay. Well, I like it. We kept the borrower's name. That's good. Okay. Sometimes we have happy accidents. Hi, Carla. Carla. Okay. Making sure I'm doing it on the right side because, you know, yeah, I don't know what happened. I did the collaboration and I filmed that video like 4 times and then I pieced it together because I don't know, it just didn't, you know, it just wasn't working really well for me. I have to go to the post office today. I've got like 4 orders that need to go out from the shop. Hoping Buggy comes over today. I haven't seen him in 3 weeks. That is through his birthday. I didn't see him on his birthday. I didn't see him for, 2 weeks after his birthday. So we had a cake and it went bad. We got rid of it. So now we're just kind of, hoping to see our grandson at some point. Right. Because he's 14 now. He's all grown up. Well, he's on his way to being grown up. Still a baby. Of course, they're all babies to me. Holy crap. I've been outside in a tank top for 2 days. So, yeah, it is unseasonably warm here. Nobody seems to know why. Let me see. Global warming. That's what I'm going with. Global warming. All right, let's get this down. We need a thing. We don't need a thing. Let's not do a thing. Let's put a paper one on. Because that's already got like a round paper one, so let's just cover it. Because the ones won't cover it, so let's see. We'll just cover it. gonna cover it, and we'll use some twine because, this is an outside type. It's supposed to be outside. So let's get some twine. Do 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 do. Scissors. Okay. I want the string, the tied end to be at the top. There we go. Put that in there, just like that. And let's work on this. I think I'm going to put this on a piece of paper. Just to like double it up because it's thin. How? There it is. Okay. So we are 4 7/8. Okay. 4 7/8. It's one tick before 5. And we are going to score this 4 1/4. Fold it over. Why? Because I'm going to glue something to it. And if I glue this on and then I do the flippy thing, what's going to happen is it's going to pull away. So better to glue it on and, do the fold than to glue it and fold. You guys know what I mean. All right. Go. Muy better. Okay. No. It is. According to the weather, it's 62 degrees here, but I'm going to tell you, it is not 62. It is warmer than 62. If you go out on my back porch says that it is about 70 degrees. It might be 62 down by the airport, which is where our official temperature is taken, but it is certainly not 62 up here. And it's not just here either. I guess Texas is unseasonably warm. I was talking to Rose last night. She said it was really warm there. And it's warm in California too, because Michelle was outside yesterday, and she lives on the mountains. Like, she lives in the mountains. BFE, in the mountains, okay? And she was outside in a t-shirt yesterday doing work in her garden. when she should be, it should have already snowed there. You can Mary Poppins yourself. Oh. Okay, so now we're going to put some paper in here. What paper are we going to put in here? I don't know. We're going to go over to the bin and see if we have anything. Oh, let's see. We have some newspaper. And let's... some newspaper. Oh, you know what would work? I know what would work. Let me grab some. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to use all of that, but that. So I picked this up, and I think I got this at Michael's. It is copy weight craft paper. And I think that's just cool. Okay. And we have some pieces from the newspaper. Use that. I'm thinking, yeah, if we cut it this way, I think we'll be okay. Like, it won't show. But this is like really vintage old newsprint. So we're going to straighten that out. Get a little fold on it. Let's take this off. There. And here. Yes, we'll keep that. Okay. And we'll cut this part off. Doesn't have to be perfect. Pieces of that. We'll get a few more just in case. We don't know how thick we're going to make this. Okay. All right, so let's see. Let's measure this. And this is about 3 1/4. So let's do this at like 3. So about 3 across. So let's see where we're at. That one. That one. And these guys. Okay. Oh, those can all go in the strip bin. Yeah. Okay, come over here. Yes, there. It's not like a ream. It's like this, and I think it's like 200 sheets or maybe 100 sheets. I don't remember, but yeah, it is literally copy weight paper from, and I believe I got it at Michael's, and I think I bought 2 of them. I just don't know where the other one is. Probably in the garage or in my craft room. All right, now I did round corners on the book, so I'm going to round corners on these pages, which may or may not make them all perfectly fit together, but I just want the look. So I'm waiting for, I have a delivery coming today, a new chair. We're not going to talk about it. Okay. Yes, we are. We're going to talk about it. All right. So you guys know I bought a new chair. And the new chair that I bought is a disaster. You constantly feel like you're falling off the front of it. It's supposed to be a big and tall chair, and I like big and tall chairs because I can, I can really abuse them. And let's be honest, I'm a crafter and I do this. And so I'm constantly like, I'm leaning back to get something off the other side of my desk, or, I'm leaning to the left to get something off one of the shelves. And this chair, it's like balancing on the piston. It's not at all comfortable. Since this is really our only writing space, I'm going to go ahead and put all of this in. Excuse me. It's not at all comfortable, and the chair has no recline at all. Let me grab some. See what I mean? I'm always grabbing something. That one. Come on. There we go. That side. On a normal office chair, it has that the little round thing in the front that you turn, and it's supposed to loosen up the chair so that you can like rock back in it, kind of thing. This does not have that at all. So it has no give. So you can't push the chair back. It has a recline feature, but the recline feature is like a locked recline. So I can push the back, I can push it all the way to a laying flat position and lock it in that position. But I can't use the let's put some holes in here with the thing first, because it's going to be a pain in the butt trying to get those in there with my needle. 2 and 3. Okay. And I don't want to just leave it unlocked so that I can lean back in the chair, because to be honest, I'm terrified that if I do that, I'll fall backwards. And then on top of that, if you put the footrest out, which is one of the features I really liked about it, if you put the footrest out, you feel like you're more tipping off the chair. So about 3 or 4 days after I got the chair, I got this notice from, Amazon, hey, rate your purchase. And I went in and I gave it an honest rating. I gave him a 2. And I was like, it's easy-ish to set up. Hi, Laura. Merry Christmas, honey. Merry Christmas. I'll be here Christmas Day, just like I was for Thanksgiving and just like I am for New Year's Day. No one spends Christmas alone, not while I'm around. So I had written an honest, first off, this chair is not designed for big and tall people. I'm going to round these because they keep getting caught at the corner. So I'm hoping that rounding them might ease that a little bit. Okay. Yeah, it's just definitely not, for big and tall people. And so I was like, yeah, I wrote an honest review and I told them all the problems. I have tightened, like, I know when you get a new office chair, you put it together and then you give it a couple of days and then you tighten everything down because, it's settling. I have tightened the arms on this chair every day since I've gotten it. Like, I literally keep the Allen wrench right here in my side drawer because every day when I sit down in this chair, I have to tighten the arms of the chair. And the chair wobbles like you're sitting on that piston and it just kind of blur on top of it. So so I'm not happy with this chair. So I had written my review and I was honest, chair's not really for big and tall. I'm 5'7", 5'8". I weigh about 260. And the chair feels constantly like it is wobbling and like it's going to fall and it doesn't feel safe or comfortable. So, honest. And the manufacturer reached out to me and, hey, sorry, you're disappointed with our chair. We would like to offer you a full refund. Just text full refund, just type full refund into, in response to this message. And it came through Amazon. So I was like, okay. So I went ahead and typed in full refund and I sent it. And then I got this message from Amazon the next day that said, I had basically responded to a mailbox that you can't send a response to. And I was like, okay. So they sent me another message and I was like, okay. So the next message came in and the next message was like, there was a PDF attached. And I'm thinking this is some kind of like, how to get your refund from Amazon kind of thing, blah, blah, blah. No. It was them trying to get me to respond to them at a Gmail address. If you would like a refund for your product, reach out to us at blah, 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 blah at gmail.com. And I'm like, no, oh, hell no. Because then I have to give them my credit card information and everything else. And I was like, nope. I'm not stupid. We're not doing that. And so I tried to get a hold of Amazon. And Amazon boy, if you need to get a hold of Amazon, pack a lunch. Because just trying to get a hold of their AI chat bot was a pain in the behind. Trying to get a real person was even worse. I got a hold of their chat bot. I'm trying to explain it to them. And all the chat bot would do is send me right to right back to the order page that I had ordered it from. And I'm like, oh my God, I really just want to, tell somebody that this company is trying to get you to go off site to do a review. Grabbing an envelope. If I can find one that I want. Nope, that's not the one I want. This will work. Okay, it's not an envelope, it's a mini sack. I'm going to grab an envelope too. Let's take a look which one I like better. I like the envelope better. See, I knew I would. Sorry. Hi, guys. So I finally get a real person after, I just got to the point with the bot where I just kept putting agent, like 15 times before it finally, sent me to a real person. I just want to be a real boy. Me, Pinocchio, and the AI. So I finally get them to give me a real person. And of course, she's in India. And I'm like, son of a bitch. No. So I'm trying to explain this to her, that what the issue is. And finally, I think she understands it. But she doesn't make a report that the seller is trying to get people to go off of the Amazon website. She's not. She's just like, okay, well, we're just going to refund, your product. Fine, refund my product. But, we're talking about an office chair here that is put together. Now, I don't know if you've ever had to mess with an office chair, but if you have an office chair and you try to take it apart after it's been put together, it's not the easiest concept in the world. It can be done, but it's not easy. So I was like, yeah, this is going to be a pain in the butt because I've got to, take this chair apart and put it back in the box and everything else. And she's like, oh, no. Don't worry about it. We'll take care of it. We'll have UPS come out and pick the product up and they'll put it in the box and everything. And I was like, oh, okay, that'll work. When is this going to happen? Oh, they'll come tomorrow. Okay. So yesterday, I get a knock on my door. He's freaking out because Ginger barked. I'm like, dude, it's okay. It's a service dog. She's trained to alert that you're here, but she will not, she's in a down command. That's it. We're done. She's not going to get up. He's literally holding my screen door closed. He will not let me open the screen door to do anything. And I was like, he goes, well, I'm here to pick up a 43-pound box. I said, well, it's not exactly a box. And he's like, okay. So I go and I get the chair and I come back and he goes, oh no, we don't take chairs. I was like, dude, that's what you're supposed to be here for. He's like, no. You have to put that in a box and then we pick up the box. What? I specifically had this done so that I didn't have to take this apart. Yeah, I don't know why Amazon tells people that, but that's not how it works. You have to take it apart and we come and get it. He's like, I'll leave you the ticket. Okay. So he leaves me the ticket, which apparently has to be used that day. I had a bunch of other stuff to do that day. Taking a chair apart and trying to put it back into the box that it came out of was not going to happen. That was not on the agenda. So now I have to get a hold of Amazon again and try to get a whole new return ticket because they don't know what they're doing. Ugh. Really?
You going out today, dear?
I have to go to the post office.
Could you stop by the pharmacy?
Yes, dear. Mm-hmm.
I forgot to do that last night.
I'll get it. Okay. So now I have to package this thing up, go over to the drop-off place, which I don't like to do on a good day. What the heck makes anybody think that I want to do that in the holiday season? You know? But I'm going to have to do it. And I have to go over there now and I have to drop it off. And what a pain in the tuchus. Mostly, the pain in the tuchus is trying to get the damn thing taken apart. Because these things do not come apart easy. Yeah, so what a pain in the tush. Literally, this chair gives you a pain in the tush.
You need to go outside. Come on. No? All right.
Ugh. I don't know. So now I have to figure out how I'm going to package this thing up and get it. Get it in the car and drive it over to my local UPS store and then drag it out of the car and drag it inside and get it returned. And I still have to call them and get a new shipping tag for it. So we'll see how all that works out. It'll be a disaster, I'm sure. Luckily, I have a pretty reasonably good relationship with my UPS store because I'm there a lot. I wonder why. Because they're cheaper than shipping USPS. That's why. Because they're cheaper. And they're more accurate on their shipping times. Unless, of course, your stuff's in a plane that goes boom. I forgot to ink that. Why didn't anybody tell me? Dumb lady. You might want to ink that shit. Okay. All right. So now I have this, which I think will fit. Yep. Right there. I'm going to put that on, glue this down. We're going to make a journal card and shove it in there. Yes, I said shove it in there. Get that off. That off. That off. That. Okay, rounding corners. So my new chair is arriving today. At least that's the plan. So I'm hoping that the new chair gets here today and that that Buggy comes over so that I can get this chair broken down, packed into a box, and have him carry it into the UPS store for me. All right, so we thought about how we're going to do this, and I'm looking at it, and I'm telling you this is what we're going to do. I'm just going to put a little hole in here. We're going to put one of these in. And we'll use some of that string. Here. Round. Okay, so I'm going to take this and put it through here. Tie that down. Then I cut the string a little short. That's okay. We'll live with it. Tied it down. All right, so we had no idea what we were doing. We just started throwing this thing together yesterday, cutting some pieces and putting it together. Yes, it's Buggy Day because it's Thursday, and I don't know if he's coming over. I know how I can find out. Let's see where he is. It's 11:30, so he should be on the bus somewhere. Oh, but his battery saver is on. So I don't know. He's on the bus. Let's see. He says he doesn't have his stuff to come over. Okay. I'm telling him he can come over anyway. I'll take him over to his house and he can pick his stuff up. Not that the boy really needs anything. He's got jammies here. He's got blankets, stuffed animals. Hell, we could even get him a charger for his computer if he needs it. You know, because we're like that. We're good grandparents. All right, so I do have these extra parts that are, you know, all carded and everything. So I will put them in with this. I don't know what I'm going to do with this little thing, but, you know, we're going to do something with it. And see if I can put it in a bag or something. We'll put it in some kind of a package. Let's put it in here. Let's put it in here. Yes? Yes. All right, we'll put it in here. I'm going to give this away to somebody. I don't know. We'll get rid of it. We'll give it to somebody. Somebody who put up with me this week. I don't know. So tomorrow, I'm going to start a single signature journal. Again, I have no idea where we're going with it. I have no idea how we're going to cover it, what we're going to do with it, what kind of paper we're going to use. And I have no idea for any of that. I don't know what digital we'll use. We'll just kind of figure it out and play it by ear, you know, as we look at it. We'll just go, this sounds like a good idea. And we'll do it. All right. So, let me see here. Tonight, we're going to be doing some idea book. And I'm not sure what we're doing. Let me see. Let me go over here to the studio real quick. All right. So tonight we're going to make some simple note cards, just quick and easy little note cards. I might even do a box for them. And then tomorrow night, we're going to be making Christmas crackers out of paper, you know, out of cardstock. And we're going to be using the We Are Memory Keepers box, the envelope cutting board. So if you have that, or you have any notch cutter, you know, that just cuts the notch. That's what we're looking for. So if you have that, you can do this. You don't have to have the board if you have that. If you don't have that, if you have a small, like, circle, 1/2 inch preferably, works great for this too. So we'll be doing that. And I'm going to write this down because I never remember this crap. All right, so tomorrow we're going to be doing note cards. And then Christmas cracker. And then we'll have mixed media. And, of course, we'll have our game on Sunday. Oh, I put that on the wrong days. See, my brain does not want it to be Christmas, you know? I do have to kind of keep this stuff organized because next year I will look back to this book to see what we did, you know, so we don't do stuff over. And then Monday is a Monday mixed media mini morsel. And then we will not, I'll be live Wednesday morning, I'll be live throughout the day on Christmas. And then I will be here for the first day of Kwanzaa, which is the day after Christmas. So we got all of that. And then we have our New Year's Bash coming up, where we're going to be here from 8 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. That's 9, 10, and 11 o'clock across the country. And we'll be here to celebrate the new year all the way through till New Year's here on the West Coast. Oh, you got a box of See's candy. That'll work. So, yeah. So we have a lot of stuff doing for the next couple of weeks. I'm going to the post office today because I have a bunch of stuff that needs to go out. And make sure Mom knows. Yeah, so we've got a lot of stuff to do, a lot of things to get put up and get started and get finished. We have all kinds of stuff going for next year. I'm going to start posting, the poll of what we want to do first for the beginning of the year. Tomorrow, I'll start making a single signature journal. That'll get us through the end of the year, I think. Maybe not. Wowzer. Posts. Yeah, posts. Okay. And stuff. All right. So we're going to be doing all of that stuff. If you are participating in the live, in the mystery game for the live mystery craft off, you should have these by the end of this week. They should be at your house by the end of the week. They've all been mailed out. Okay. But I do expect that Carla's going to be joining me, and Michelle is going to be joining me. Miss Rose from Sweet Tween Roses is going to be joining me. Joe from over at Have At It is going to be on for a little while. So we're all going to be here. I'm going to be doing giveaways as always, and any one of those ladies can do a giveaway if they want to. It's entirely up to them. I know Michelle asked if she could, and I told her yes. So, there's stuff. We got stuff. We got stuff going on. I've got all kinds of stuff to give away. And I'm probably going to give this thing away too. And, we'll see. We'll see where it goes. So that's it. That's all I have. So if you're new here and you haven't done so already, hit the button and subscribe. Why not, right? Doesn't hurt. Doesn't cost you anything. It's simple. It's easy. And you'll forget about it anyway. But I'll end up with a subscriber. Also, if you could put a thumb on this, one way or the other, it doesn't really matter. The algorithm just likes the interaction. And if you would like to know what's going on with the channel, what we're doing, where we're going, what kind of tutorials I have coming up, free classes, things like that, you can get that information here on the YouTube channel, on the community chat or the chat or whatever that is now titled, or over in the Facebook group. It's linked to the top there. And you can get both of those, in either one of those locations. You can get a list of everything that's going on. And if you would like to cyber stalk me, go on over to the Facebook group. There's links in the description below. Just go down and click on more, and it drops down and gives you everything. Also, if you are a member of my Patreon, thank you so much. And as we're coming to the end of the year, I'm going to start sending out quarterlies. So I have some new members that are going to be getting some welcome gifts and quarterlies and happy mails, a whole bunch of stuff. So that's it. That's all I have for you. Until the next time, stay hydrated. I know it's cold, but you still need to hydrate. Stay warm and stay well, my friends. I love you guys, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.